Hi, I'm Phil, and today I'm going to do my third video on the DFRobot Maqueen Plus version 3. And the reason for that is that I got my line following program to work with the smart camera called Huskylens. So let's have a quick look. This is what we have. Our robot is the Maqueen Plus version 3. And we've already gone through a review on that, so I'm only going to go over it very quickly. But this is what our robot looks like. And we have to plug in a microbit, uh, and we program in Microsoft MakeCode with extensions from DFRobot. So we've covered all the other aspects of it before. And if we have a look at the projects, I've covered these before, except I haven't covered the line following. So I was able to get the Huskylens to work on a number of projects, but today I was successful in getting it to work with the line follower. So this is my desktop arrangement. I've got Huskylens with a microbit, and right on top we've got a camera that's aimed at the black line. So that's what we want to do, is track that line. And I've also got a couple of other sensors. I've got a time of flight and a flashlight. So this program also combines the functions of a digital camera, and I can use a remote control to take photos, or alternatively, if there's an obstacle, I can do obstacle control with the time of flight. Okay, let's have a look at what the objectives are. Okay, so the primary objective is to get Maqueen and microbit to recognize the black line on a robot map, and the sensor is going to be Huskylens. We're going to follow and track the black line, and the object is that black line. We're going to show the results on the LCD screen, but there is also a debug mode which will show the endpoint of the detected line on a serial monitor, and that's for debugging purposes. So the secondary, to operate a forklift, when we're stopped tracking the line, we've reached our objectives, and we're also looking at providing obstacle detection and control. Hardware, we've got a microbit version 2 and a DFRobot Maqueen Plus version 3. And we've also got a handheld controller for our forklift. We've got a Huskylens, and that provides a smart camera, and we can monitor the results on its LCD. So the interfaces for that, I'm going to use the I2C interface. And this is what it can do. Quite a number of functions, but the one we're going to look at is line tracking. Okay, so also we're from M5 Stack. I've got a time of flight laser sensor and also a flashlight unit. So having a look at the results, we've added the latest firmware to Huskylens, and we're using the extensions for Maqueen version 2 and 3 and Huskylens, but also for the time of flight. That's an additional. Okay, so the code, this is what the code looks like, and we might go across now and have a look at that in detail. So if we go across on our Chrome browser, we've got the program to do the line tracking. So this is the overall program. So I'm going to zoom in so you can get a closer detail. So we'll zoom in and go right to initializing on start. Here we're initializing our, right at the beginning, the time of flight, and also Maqueen and the Huskylens, and we select the line tracking algorithm. And we create a version number and show that on the microbit LCD screen. We also initialize a servo on port 0, and we've got quite a number of variables all the way through here. The latest ones are the max speed and the minimum speed. And we show the program heading and version on the LCD of Maqueen. In Forever, if we've started up the program and the line following and the time of flight gives us the OK, we then check the Huskylens if it's ready and has an arrow for us. If it does, we follow the line following routine, or alternatively, we call the function line no detect. We've got a debug and also a robot stop. So here's our debug functions for the serial port. And the other programs, when we receive codes from our infrared controller, we've got controls for the forklift and for moving and stopping the robot remotely. And we have a function for stopping the robot, and we have a line following function which looks at the variable position, and if it's between 150 and 170, we go ahead full speed. If it's less than 150, we then put more emphasis on the forward in the right, and we do the opposite if it's too far on the right. Here's our buttons on the microbit, and they give us control over the forklift. That's an alternative control. And we have an emergency stop on the logo button. And we have one more function, which is our line detect. See if we can find that. That's a line following stop. We can show the object. This is another debug program where we can show both the endpoint and also the start point. Here we're showing the start point, but we can equally show the endpoint if we want to. We have a choice for that. Now, I found the program or the module, the function that I was looking for, and this is what happens when the line is not detected. We also record the last position of the endpoint, and we then move the motor, the right or the left, depending on where that is discovered. So this allows us to have some control of the robot if it's outside of the zone that we're following. And that's the software on the microbit for the Maqueen Plus version 3 and Huskylens. So I was quite happy with the results on that. We were able to achieve all the results. And the primary objective, we could get Maqueen and microbit to recognize the black line on the robot map. And it did that with the help of Huskylens that was able to recognize where the line was and gave instructions to microbit to move the left or the right motor. So it was able to follow and track the black line, our object being the black line on the robot map, and we could show the results on the LCD screen. We were able to operate the forklift, but I did have to remove the forklift because it was getting in the vision area of Huskylens. And When we were debugging our program, we had the support of the serial monitor, and we could have a look at where the end and the beginning points of our arrow were. That's the arrow for recognizing the black line. And stay tuned, we'll have a desktop demo of the program. But the references, here we are. Go over to DFRobot if you're interested in the Maqueen version 3, and there's a good wiki on that. You'll have to find additional support if you want to do line following. Okay, so now we have a desktop demonstration. This is the Maqueen Plus version 3 from DFRobot, and we have a Huskylens sensor which is providing the sensor for line following, and we can see the line on the LCD screen of Huskylens. So here we are, and we have the arrow. So you can see the blue arrow indicates that it's found a line and it's following that line. In addition to the Huskylens, we have a time of flight sensor for obstacle detection. We have a flashlight on the right, and the camera of Huskylens can take digital photos. So this is Maqueen version 3, and it's using the Huskylens for line following.